Welcome, everyone, to the NPC Energy Podcast.
Great to be here.
This is our weekly top 10 show where we really question things. Is reality maybe just a super advanced simulation? Was The Matrix actually a documentary? You know, stranger things have been suggested. We dive into those glitches, those weird theories, all trying to make it, well, fun and fascinating.
Exactly. And hey, if you are human, prove it. Share, rate, follow NPC Energy.
Right. So forget the usual Matrix glitches for a second today. This week, our simulated journey takes us somewhere. Well, somewhere that might just change how you look at people on the street.
Oh, yeah. We're asking, when the tutorial never ends, what's the deal with Perma-NPCs?
Perma-NPCs.
Think about it. Have you ever met someone who just seems stuck?
Yeah.
Like totally on repeat, using the same phrases over and over.
Or maybe they get completely flustered by anything even slightly unexpected.
Yes.
Have you run into that feeling?
It's definitely a thing people notice. You know, maybe that colleague whose morning is so predictable it feels, I don't know, automated. Or an acquaintance who seems genuinely confused if plans change just a tiny bit.
Totally. It's like they're stuck in the game's intro level, right? Still learning press X to jump while we're out here fighting dragons, metaphorical dragons mostly.
Agree, yeah.
So let's really unpack this. Let's get into this whole Perma-NPC idea. What makes them tick or not tick?
Okay, let's do it. So the core concept, the Perma-NPC thing, it really leans on that video game tutorial analogy.
Right, the beginning bit.
Exactly, that first stage, where the game shows you the absolute basics, how to move, maybe jump, interact with that first character who just gives you a simple task.
Yeah, learn the ropes, grab your wooden sword, and then boom, the world opens up. Quests, choices, complexity.
But what if? What if some people in, this reality are kind of permanently stuck in that starter zone?
Just cycling through the same basic interactions.
Forever. That's the idea. That's the essence of this Perma-NPC concept.
Okay, so let's define it then. A Perma-NPC is
What?
someone who seems stuck in that tutorial state.
Precisely. They seem to navigate essential stuff using a really limited, unchanging set of scripts.
And the signs. What are we looking for?
Well, key things might be like repeating the same phrases a lot.
Okay.
Maybe sticking rigidly to basic rules even when it doesn't make sense.
Right.
And just a general sense of being lost or confused when things get complex or unexpected.
And this stuff shows up in the real world, right?
Yeah.
It's not just theoretical.
Oh, absolutely. That's when it really sort of clicks.
Like, if you ever ask someone a really simple question and they just pause for like a few solid seconds.
Yeah, like they're waiting for the dialogue options to pop up in their vision.
Exactly. Before they can even reply. It's weird.
That delay, that lag, it can definitely be one indicator, yeah. Another pattern you might see is using those super generic positive affirmations.
Right.
Like someone tells them about a serious problem and the response is just a bright, "You're doing great."
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that type.
Yeah.
Completely disconnected from the actual mood.
Right. It lacks that, emotional tuning you'd expect. It feels off.
And what about making plans? I feel like some people just never initiate anything.
That's another big one. They tend to be reactive, not proactive. They only respond when someone else suggests something.
Like those quest giver NPCs in games. Just standing there waiting for you to click on them.
Exactly like that. That passivity, just being a reactive element, can be pretty telling.
Okay, now tie it back to games for a sec. You mentioned Skyrim.
Ah, yes. Perfect example. In Skyrim, the game starts in Helgen. It's the tutorial area.
Right. Dragon attack, escape, the usual.
But here's the thing. You can choose to just stay in Helgen forever.
Really? You can just not leave.
Yep. The game lets you. You can chop wood, talk to the few people left, but you'll never see the wider world, fight the main dragons, do the big quests. You're just stuck.
Well, stuck in the tutorial bubble.
Exactly. Performing the same few actions over and over. It's a really powerful visual for this Perma-NPC energy we're talking about.
It really was confined to the absolute basics. Okay, so why? What's potentially going on underneath? Let's bring in Dr. Morgan Pines. Cognitive behavioral therapist, right? But with a gaming interest.
That's the interesting angle. Dr. Pines looks at this tutorial mode not just as a quirk, but maybe as something rooted in, comfort zones.
Comfort zones. How does that work?
The idea is that routines, predictability, they reduce anxiety, right? They make us feel safe. So some people might lean really heavily on those routines.
Like always getting the same coffee, taking the same route to work, that kind of thing. It feels safe.
Exactly. It provides that sense of control of knowing what's coming. But, and this is Dr. Pines' key point, if you rely too much on that routine, It can lead to stagnation. You avoid new things, complex situations. You get so stuck in that comfort zone, that personal tutorial level.
That you basically become a perma-NPC. You resist anything new.
That's the hypothesis. A resistance to novelty, to uncertainty, because it disrupts the safe routine.
Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. Like Gary in accounting. No Gary.
I feel like I know Gary.
Right. Always with the weather, huh?
Huh?
At exactly 9:02 a.m. every single day. Is that just habit or
Well, Dr. Pines might say that's like a preloaded social script.
preloaded?
Yeah, it's easy, low risk, doesn't require much thought or emotional energy. It's a default interaction.
So if you tried to actually talk to Gary about something else, ask his opinion on the new company policy.
That deviation from the script,
Hmm.
it might just cause a system crash, so to speak. Confusion, maybe an inability to respond easily.
A social system crash. I like it. Didn't Dr. Pines have a name for this? This reliance on scripts. Sounded kind of official.
She did, sort of playfully but plausibly. She called it condition, procedural looping syndrome, PLS.
PLS. Okay. Explain that.
The idea is that the person becomes so reliant on these automatic procedural behaviors, these loops, that they struggle with dynamic thinking or spontaneous interaction.
So they're running code instead of having a conversation.
In a metaphorical sense, yeah, it's more like following if-then commands than having a genuine context-aware exchange.
Condition. Procedural looping syndrome.
Oh.
Okay. Wow. So to make this even more real, we asked you, our listeners, for examples, encounters with possible perma-NPCs.
And those anecdotes, they really paint a picture, don't they? They show how this can look in day-to-day life.
Oh, totally. Okay, first one. Listener mentioned a neighbor mows the lawn every Saturday, 10 a.m. sharp, rain or shine.
Dedication. Or something else.
Right. But the weird part, listener tried to give a friendly wave one time. Neighbor apparently froze mid-mow. Stood there for several seconds, then just resumed mowing. No wave back, nothing.
Whoa. Okay, that pause, that lack of response to a simple social thing, that fits the pattern, doesn't it? Like the programming got interrupted and didn't know the next step.
Exactly, like an unexpected input error. Okay, another one. Someone mentioned a cashier at their regular coffee place.
Yeah.
Apparently says the exact same sign-off phrase in the exact same flat tone after every single transaction, even if the interaction itself was weird or different.
That rigid adherence to the script no matter what. Yeah, that suggests a lack of flexibility in their social responses. It's like the script overrides the context.
Totally. And one more, this is at a family gathering, a cousin who apparently just kept asking the same 2 or 3 super basic questions all night.
The same ones, over and over.
Yeah, like couldn't hold a deeper conversation or even seem to remember they'd already asked. Like their conversational program just kept rebooting.
Wow. That repetition, the seeming inability to track the conversation, that definitely points towards maybe a more limited way of engaging socially, a sort of constrained processing power in real time.
Yeah, see, these aren't just like personality quirks, are they? There's that feeling, that they're loading a response, not actually interacting.
It really makes you wonder about the different ways people engage or seem to engage with the world around them, which naturally leads us into, well, a more unconventional direction.
Yes. Time to put on our tinfoil hats.
Just kidding.
Mostly. Let's talk simulation theory.
Let's take the red pill, shall we? If we genuinely consider the idea that our reality is a simulation.
Which, hey, plenty of smart people do.
Then the question pops up.
Right.
Could some people around us actually be non-player characters, NPCs, within the simulation?
Right, like background characters in a massive, complex game.
This is where philosophy and theoretical physics kind of collide with these everyday observations. It's prime NPC energy podcast territory.
And it's not just us talking about it. You've got figures like Elon Musk saying the odds are against us not being in a simulation.
His probability argument, yeah.
And, his kid's name sounds suspiciously like a cheat code, just saying.
The simulated jury is definitely still out on that one. But, okay, if we run with the simulation idea, what's the role of an NPC?
Good question.
One thought is that maybe NPCs are real consciousnesses, but just not awakened yet. They haven't reached player status.
So they run on scripts to keep the simulation stable, keep the background looking normal.
That's one theory. They populate the world, provide basic interactions, maybe nudge the actual players along their paths, like extras in a movie with a few basic lines.
Background process is keeping the simulation coherent.
Okay. And then you have things like the Mandela effect.
Oh, yeah. Berenstain Bears, Nelson Mandela dying in prison. that stuff.
Right. Those widespread shared memories of things that apparently never were. Some simulation proponents float the idea that these are glitches. Or maybe patches.
Patches like the devs are updating the simulation.
Potentially. Tweaking the code, changing details, and maybe some of us remember the previous version, the old code.
Whoa. So my memory of that movie ending differently isn't just me getting old. It's a leftover file from simulation V1.2. My brain hurts.
It's a head spinner for sure.
Okay, so if we are surrounded by potential NPCs, are there signs, like beyond the tutorial mode stuff? How might we spot one in the wild, according to these theories? Any paranoia points for us?
Well, paranoia points might be strong, but let's say observational prompts. Things that simulation theory enthusiasts might point to.
Lay them on us. What should we look for?
Okay, one suggested sign is visible discomfort, or maybe just a total blank when you ask unusual questions, things that go way off the standard conversational script.
Like asking Gary from accounting about, the philosophical ramifications of artificial intelligence.
Exactly. Something that requires abstract thought or stepping way outside expected small talk. It's like their programming just doesn't have a subroutine for that.
Okay. What else?
Another could be repetition, but on a larger scale, telling the exact same anecdotes, almost word for word, in totally different situations or to different groups of people.
The greatest hits album of personal stories played on repeat. Yeah, we all know that person.
It might suggest a, shall we say, limited database of experiences or conversational topics to draw from.
Right. Gotcha. Anything else?
And a third one, potentially, is confusion or just zero comprehension when you bring up things outside their immediate, maybe more concrete reality, like complex internet culture, memes, or really abstract ideas.
So if someone gives you a completely blank stare when you reference like a viral TikTok sound,
it could be interpreted by some as their internal data set just not containing that information. It's outside their parameter.
Man, this is making me second guess every conversation I've had this week. But okay, time for the really important question, the uncomfortable one.
Uh-oh.
Could I be the Perma-NPC? Could you, listening right now, be stuck in tutorial mode and not even know it?
Oof. Yeah, that's the introspection part, isn't it? It's easy to spot these patterns or what we think are patterns in others. Harder to look inward.
All right, let's do it. Quick self-check. No judgment. Are you, dear listener, maybe operating on some default settings? First question, do you rely on the same few bits of small talk just because silence feels awkward?
Using those stock phrases as a default, yeah, that could be seen as running a basic social script instead of engaging more deeply.
Okay, how about this? Do you ever answer, fine, and you, like instantly, before your brain even processes that someone asked, how are you?
That automatic, almost knee-jerk response. Yeah, that feels less like a conscious reply and more like a pre-programmed reaction, doesn't it?
Totally. And last one,
Yeah.
just hypothetically, are you maybe still using a password from, like, 1998?
Well, password security is a whole other topic, but sticking to the same old routine, even digitally, can reflect a general resistance to change, a preference for the familiar default.
Okay. So maybe we all have a little Perma-NPC potential lurking inside. It's fine. But if you want to shake things up, break free from that potential tutorial loop, we have ideas.
The NPC Detox Challenge.
Yes. Step 1, do one unexpected thing today. Just one.
Like what?
I don't know. Order a totally different coffee. Take a weird route home.
No.
Talk to a stranger about the weather.
Yeah.
But, like, really talk. Not the Gary script. Just inject some randomness into the system.
Deliberate novelty.
Yeah.
I like it. It forces you out of the automated pattern.
Exactly. Step 2, actively notice when you're just reacting versus when you're actually deciding. Pause sometimes. Ask yourself, am I on autopilot right now, or did I consciously choose this?
Cultivating that self-awareness. Moving from reactive to intentional. That's key.
It is. And finally, step 3. For a bit of fun and perspective, watch The Truman Show.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, watch it. Then maybe sit quietly and ponder the nature of your own reality.
Yeah.
Just a little light thinking.
Engaging with those kinds of thought experiments, challenging your own assumptions. It's a good mental exercise, regardless of simulation theories.
Look, end of the day, if some people seem to be cruising through life on tutorial easy mode, maybe that's okay for them.
Yeah.
But if you're here, listening to the NPC Energy podcast,
Exploring the weirdness.
yeah, you're probably a player. You're looking for more than the opening level.
Mm-hmm.
So keep doing that. Keep challenging things. Ask the weird questions. Pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, next time someone calls you boss for the 15th time, maybe just reply, my core programming is currently undergoing scheduled maintenance. See what happens. Might trigger a new dialogue tree.
Indeed. Challenge the script, encourage something new, and always remember there might be more to the game than you first realized.
This has been NPC Energy. Stay weird, stay awake, and remember.
I'm gonna hear this. You're not an